Hello and welcome in, my beautiful earth signs. This is a collective reading for the earth signs, okay? That includes Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, okay? So happy new moon in Libra to everyone. Thank you for joining me in my space. I'm so appreciative that you guys are trusting me with your message. Now, just a reminder, this is a general message, so all messages may not resonate. If any, that is okay. Take what does and leave what does not, okay? So before we get started, I'm going to use my bells here to kind of clear our energy, and we're going to get on with our message, okay? Be mindful this may be a little loud, okay? Okay, so as you can see, earth signs, I've already pulled your cards and I've already meditated over them. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is a very this is interesting, okay? And the reason why this is an interesting energy because a lot of sexual blocks came up in this reading, okay? So, and I know that's not for everyone, but I got to put that out there because it came up quite a few times here. So we'll get into your reading here. So right now we're going to get into your current energy here, okay? So here, first let's go into the oracle. So here we have knowledge. Seek knowledge. And this is interesting, especially with this being in your current energy. And this could be a few things. So this could be one, you've currently have discovered something about either yourself or another person, an entity or another energy. Is giving me moon in the tarot energy here. This could be also that you're starting to decide, or you're currently doing research on something that you want to get into. I feel like it's giving me very esoteric energy. Like, I feel like for some of you, you may be researching something that you're not quite comfortable with sharing with everyone. And is what I'm getting or picking up here. So you may be looking into something. Maybe you found something out. Maybe you came across something and you're like, let me see what that's hitting for. And you're starting to do your research, but I feel like you're being very, you're just being quiet about it. You kind of just want to just kind of figure some things out for yourself here. Okay. So also with that being said, I also have the 7 of Wands with the High Priestess as well as the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so I pulled these out as clarifiers because these came out first, but we're going to get into these because these came in alignment with the Knowledge Oracle card. Okay, so here we have the 4 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and we also have the 7 of Wands. So there is something here that you're being very guarded about, okay? Something that you have some sort of intuitive feeling or awareness of. And that came out here with the Tower in reverse. So there may be some energy that you're kind of, you came across, you kind of have gone, or you are going through a current Tower moment. And you're kind of resistant, okay, with this Tower being in reverse. And that could be a few different things. Again, you may have recently discovered some things about yourself. You may have recently discovered some things about a place of business or even a partner. And you're really trying to come to terms with how you're going to handle that situation. That might be why you're doing some research. You're trying to figure out, okay, so what do I do? How does a person navigate through this energy right now? And you're kind of just maybe feeling a little scatterbrained, maybe feeling double-minded about a few things here. Okay, and it may be putting you in the energy here of feeling like you're like a head between heart matter, and you're kind of like throwing you off with your intuition here. With this High Priestess, it's kind of like knowing something and kind of going with your intuitive perspective, going in with your intuitive guidance, but not fully trusting that, okay? Or kind of resisting that. especially with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe you're kind of like, okay, well, I know my intuition may be saying this, or I may have researched this, but I still want to do what I want to do. Like, I'm still not open to any change, or I feel a certain type of way about something, and I'm not really open to changing my mind about it, okay? Especially with that Seven of Wands. You're kind of just like, nope, this is how I feel, and I'm just going to stick to what you're still doing the research, and you're still trying to figure out exactly how you feel about it, but you're not really giving yourself the opportunity to be open and receptive to the information that's coming in here, and that's causing a lot of resistance here. Okay, I also have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so that could be with some, it can be a job situation. Maybe you're feeling like you don't like your job, or maybe you have discovered some things here about a job and you're just wanting to kind of move on. But you're kind of in your mind about what you want to do with that information, okay? That could also be in as far as relationship goes, because I also have the Empress come up as a clarifier under the Tower card here, okay? So this is giving me the blocked sexual energy, as well as the Emperor in reverse as well. Okay, we'll get into the Strength card here after I explain these few things. But this could be a few things. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you found out you and your partner are not on the same freak level. Or maybe you're not feeling satisfied. Maybe there are some blockages there, and you're not being open, or you're not being vocal about things that are not working for you in the relationship, in the job, in the just in certain energy altogether. Definitely this energy to kind of be free, the Empress. Because when you think about the Empress, you're thinking, especially when it comes to sexuality, and then that doesn't necessarily mean which way you swing, just necessarily just sexual expression, okay? Feeling open, feeling comfortable, feeling safe. I feel like there is a lot of blockage there. And again, that could just be also being in a job too, just not feeling free, not feeling open, not feeling like there's an opportunity for growth, okay? And needing the strength, okay? We have the Strength card come under the Emperor in reverse. Needing the strength to really decide what you're going to do. Are you going to stand up for yourself? Are you going to take this opportunity and have the moment of where you know you need some clarity, and to seek that clarity? And once you get what you're looking for, are you going to act on it? Because that's where the strength comes in. Sometimes we'll do our research. We'll go out of our way. We'll spend hours on figuring out what we need to do, what's the best move, but then we're too scared to move on it. Okay, so let's get into this energy here. This energy, this is going to get into what blockages you're having at the moment. Okay, so in Oracle here, we have the Dragonfly, and it says live life to the fullest. Okay, so just going back, especially to that blocked sexual energy, if you are experiencing that, if that resonates with you, this is I feel like Spirit telling you, like, you have the right, okay, to feel sexually free, and to feel sexually safe, and to not feel burdened, or as well as in work as well. If there's a situation where you're feeling restricted in work, or you're feeling restricted in relationships, maybe this is not sexual at all, okay? Knowing that you need to make a decision on how to move. How are you going to present this information? How are you going to stand up for yourself? Because here I see that you are definitely double-minded. You don't know which way to go. Should I just be quiet and just, it is what it is? Situation been like this for years. Ain't no point in changing now. When you know a change needs to happen, okay? With this Eight of Cups, this could be you walking away from a relationship, walking away from a job, or just walking away from a mindset. It's no longer working. It's causing strife, and it's also causing a block in abundance as well. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So funny enough, especially when it comes to sexual energy, I don't think we realize, and obviously I always advise people to do their research. Don't ever just take my word, or for that matter, any person's word on internet or YouTube or any tarot reader, okay? But I do feel that feeling free in your sexuality or expression. That doesn't mean you're going out here sleeping with everybody. You could be a virgin and still feel like there's freedom in your sexuality as far as your expression, okay? And a lot of those blockages sexual blockages can be blocking your abundance, okay? So that lack of security, it sits in your lower chakras, that root chakra, that sacral chakra. And it's funny because you had a chakra card come out that's pertaining to that, but we'll get to that here shortly. Okay, so these are definitely some blockages that you're having right now, and it's not allowing you to live life to the fullest. Okay, you don't have to just be like, well, this area is good, this is good. I don't necessarily have to have it all, but you can have it all. Okay, and maybe that's why you're so stressed out, or you're in your mind about the situation. Do I have to be sexually free, or conversation's good, or the pay is good? So I don't feel, and I know this may feel like a little all over the place, because I have two extreme messages for two, even though it's for the earth signs. I have two extreme messages, especially when it comes to sexuality or restrictions in other areas of your life. So again, this may not resonate for everyone, but Spirit is definitely wanting someone to know that when it comes to their sexuality and their expression of it, or their need, maybe the lack of it, you're not speaking up because you're not equally yoked, either with a partner or even maybe with yourself. Okay, there needs to be some balance brought to that area in your life. Going back again, when it comes to occupation or career, this could just be a situation. Again, you're just not happy. Okay, you don't have it all. You're wanting to have it all and let life and live life to the fullest. And you're kind of feeling extremely restricted. Maybe you're not feeling the opportunity to be creative, or to voice your opinion, or to have any input at all in a major facet of your life. We spend 8 to 10 hours, if not more, of our time in our careers. You're at work, you're spending more time with people that you work with than you do your own family. So maybe you're feeling like, I want more input on what's going on in my life, the majority of my life. And maybe you're feeling a lot of restriction and blockages there. And it's making you feel like, I don't know if this is what I want, but not having the courage, the strength here to move past that. Okay, so let's get into what guidance Spirit has for you. Okay, excuse me while I readjust things here. So here, going back into Oracle, and we're going to get an advice from Spirit in your spiritual team. So here we have Dolphin. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, and I know you're probably thinking like, okay, so how exactly do I do that? Okay, so how do you do that? You let go, you set boundaries, and you let the rest go. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands here in reverse. I have the Wheel upright, as well as the Queen of Swords as well. Okay, so this is letting me know here there is a new cycle that is upon you, or could be upon you, but you have to be open to that. Okay, so that could be definitely making boundaries and standing up for yourself. Even though she is very coherent about what it is she wants to convey or communicate, as you can see, she's not defensive. Okay, she is confident in herself, where she doesn't have to be in defense mode, or she doesn't have to be aggressive either. Her stance in itself lets you know that I am serious about what it is that I want, but I am also willing to listen. Okay, I'm willing to understand. Okay, and so with this Ace of Wands in reverse, this lets me know that Spirit wants you to be open to listening and open to letting things flow. Letting things flow for you so that way you can start a new cycle and a new beginning in your world here. We have the wheel of fortune. This allows things to turn good in your favor, okay? But you have to be open and you have to be willing to stand up for yourself and be honest with yourself, okay? You have to be honest with yourself and what it is that you really want. What do I want here, okay? Am I happy with the way that things are? Is that passion still there? Am I okay with being stagnant? Am I okay with things just remaining the way that they are? If you cannot answer that question in its totality, it's time to reconvene some boundaries and some things and be honest with yourself, okay? As you can see, the Queen of Swords energy, she's also, you can tell she's thinking like, am I happy? Is this what I want? Okay. And that, when you're honest with yourself, okay, that pulls you out of this Two of Swords energy. Okay, but you have to be honest with yourself. If you're going to try to convince yourself here in this current energy that you're okay with the way things are when you're really not, you're not going to be able to get to this Wheel of Fortune energy, okay? You're not going to be able to open opportunities for other things to flow in. So we have here compromise, okay? So what does that mean? That may mean you need to have conversations and kind of maybe with a partner, with yourself, or just being open to things, even if it's in a work situation or a relationship situation. What type of compromises can you make? Are you making too many compromises? Okay. Are you making too many compromises where you're not being considered at all in your happy equation? Or are you not making any compromises at all? Are you not being open to anything? Try something new. Maybe take a class. They got, listen, honey, they got striptease classes, they got riding classes. And I know that's more on the female side, but honey, I'm sure they have things for men to do. Listening to some blogs, maybe having conversations with your other counterparts, like, hey, are y'all having? Obviously, if you're comfortable, that's getting more information here. Confiding in someone that you trust. Okay, what y'all got going over there? I'm having this issue with my girl. I'm having this issue with my guy. Am I crazy? Is this too much? Whatever the case may be, get more information. Compromise by being open to different ways that you can be happy. Okay, you may surprise yourself. Okay. I think it's interesting that the forgiveness card came in as well, because maybe you are in the Seven of Wands energy, in your current energy, because maybe you feel like because you haven't communicated what you want, or maybe you feel like your partner wants things that you don't want, and you may have some sort of blockage there. Maybe you feel like, I cannot believe I'm not that type of person, and really all it calls for is a little communication. Let's get on track. And that can also be with work as well. Maybe you're feeling like, I don't know why they got me doing all this stuff and nobody said anything, no one asked for any input. Forgive them, because maybe they just didn't know. And forgive yourself as well. Forgive yourself for not being honest with yourself, or not communicating that information, letting that go in the past, okay? And just being open to new opportunity and moving forward, and what new things and fun things are to come, once you open up. So here, and I was called to pull a different deck for you guys, especially when it came to this other energy here. So I'm just going to read this here, or you can screenshot it. So we have balance the sacral chakra. Interesting, right? Especially for those that this is resonating with sexually. So often with the sacral chakra, we carry negative energy from previous relationships. Emotional baggage can build up in your system and leave you feeling out of balance with your mind and your body. Interesting, right? A useful exercise can be to create notes of the negative emotion you feel about a certain person in your life, past or present. Write down the name of the person and the emotion and you want write down the name of the person and the emotion you want to rid yourself of. Okay, so then you can literally toss these away in whichever ceremonial way you choose. Okay, so you could tear them up or toss them into a fire and let your past emotions evaporate with the notes. This is interesting, especially with the new moon in Libra coming out. This is a great time to do this type of ceremonial or ritual work. Again, always do your research, okay? Make sure you're doing your research. So this also came out in the chakras deck for the earth signs. It says you will see each chakra as recommended essential oils. These can be evaporated in water and used to fill the room with the fragrance. Essential oils can also be used in bath water to calm and relax you. So alternatively, essential oils can be used for massage. Especially, honey, you're trying to get that sexual energy flowing. Select the appropriate oil for the chakra in question, which may be out of balance, and spend 10 to 20 minutes breathing in the scent. And again, do your research. I'm not a doctor. I do not recommend or prescribe or try to tell guide anyone as far as any health recommendations, but these are good tips. So still do your research, okay? So for your healing cards here, I had transforming tragedy. Okay, and I think actually, especially when it comes to the sexual energy, and this may be why you have some blockage in your sacral chakra. Okay, so this may be a good time to really do some shadow work and figure out why your experiences, if you're having traumatic sexual experiences, what's triggering that? Okay, what is causing you to be resistant? Okay, and if something doesn't work for you, that's okay too. Okay, if you explore something and you find, okay, this is just not for me, that is perfectly fine. Okay, that's still the Queen of Swords energy. That's being okay with what you want or going for what you want. Okay, so getting back to the healing card again, transforming tragedy. Here we have loss. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my dog, Sadie. I guess she had something she had to tell y'all too. Okay, so loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Ashe. Okay, beautiful message, especially for healing. And these are mantras, so if you want to write those down and say those daily, that's a great tip for that as well. Also, exploring unity consciousness. I was a little stuck on this one because I was like, well, how does this resonate with this message? Okay, so this is I am one internal light appearing as all. And I think this is kind of just going hand in hand with a compromise and kind of having an open mind as to, especially if you're having conflict or pushback from other parties or energy, just kind of figuring out like, well, why would they think like that? Okay, why am I being triggered? It basically being open, okay, getting more information about just being more empathetic, being tapping into that empath side a little bit and kind of trying to figure out like what's the mindset, what is the thought process of why my partner or my boss or a friend or whatever the case may be, why are they perceiving things the way that they are perceiving them, and kind of being open to other perceptions. That doesn't mean you have to agree with them or you have to get on board, but it kind of brings ease into the situation when you're trying to compromise and come to build boundaries for what it is that you want. Okay, they always say, well, you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. So for your self-care cards here, we have look at the stars. I think that is beautiful energy, especially since we're going into the new moon in Libra. This will be a good time to go outside, maybe ground yourself, okay, and kind of just be be with yourself. Be outside, you know, if you have a fire pit, or you step out on the patio, take a cup of tea or something, and just kind of just chill, you know, just be for a minute and let yourself explore your thoughts and maybe meditate and kind of connecting with that new moon energy, okay? I also have sing here. So for those creatively, because I also have create art. These are the last two cards that came out. So some of you guys may need to get into your creative vibe here. So if you're some sort of artist, it doesn't have to necessarily be drawing. That could be music. That could be singing. That could be writing. I'm also getting now even you're in spiritual work, anything. Doing this type of healing, and again, sometimes sexual trauma can lead to blockage in our creativity, okay? And that doesn't mean you're out sleeping with everybody. Like, look, go ahead and bust it wide open. That's gonna bring you abundance. It's not what I'm saying. But kind of healing that part of you and kind of opening that up and exploring exactly what that means, if there's any triggers there. Okay, so I hope this was of some help. I hope this resonated, and if it didn't, again, leave it where it may. And I hope everyone stay blessed. Okay, you have a wonderful new moon in Libra. Take care.